Hey, it's State of the Game for the 15th of December. What's up? I've got two new people you may have never seen before, ever on the stream, because they're American.
That's
America.
right.
You may actually have heard Terry on a podcast. We did a long time ago now.
Quite a long time ago, yes.
Which was a bunch of fun. You're not Tony, though.
No.
No, I'm not.
As much as we try to make you that.
I hope I spelled your names correctly, because we should be able to just show your names in just a second here.
See.
There we go.
Yeah, that is
Terry
correct.
and Keith.
Yeah, you nailed it.
We got it all the way over from Redstorm. So that's great. I mean, you're no Yannick, let's be fair.
He's quite sexy.
I'm not as
But-
handsome.
But we got some Redstorm guys here, which is very, very good. One, because people will have a chance to meet you again very soon.
Yes.
correct.
In January, we're going to have some ETF folks over there. We'll talk more about that in a second, but that's going to be awesome. Are you guys excited for that?
Dude,
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yes?
Yes, big time.
All right. Ah. Okay. Before I get into conversations with these guys, we have some things to get through. So there was a maintenance today. I'm just going to read verbatim exactly what happened because I don't want to get it wrong. There was the ballistic shield where people were finding ways to use weapons that weren't intended. Fixed. Fixed a bug where immediately leaving a survival session rewarded players with too much field proficiency XP. So that's fixed. Also, the named NPCs being killed endlessly, you can't do that anymore.
No.
Stop it. Stop it, please. That's you know who you are. It's these guys.
Yes.
No,
Alright,
you've done it before, I'm sure. No.
No,
Good.
never.
All right.
Never.
I haven't taken
Nope.
advantage of one of these yet. But, yeah.
Trying to catch you out. I heard J Sock Frog says Redstorm rules, the original Rainbow Six Kings.
Thank you.
You guys work on that?
Nope.
But the studio is still very proud of it.
Dude,
Absolutely. It runs through it.
Who would we? Did Tony work on it?
Tony
Tony
worked
was
on
Ghost
some-
Recon.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to see something about Tony a little bit later on. Spoilers. We talked about it on the podcast.
We did, yes.
We did, about the infamous coffee video. Look, I'm not going to make a big deal about it or show it during the stream, but at the end you're going to see what we're talking about as we head off. You can
Nice.
stick around for it if you want. It's like kind of that post-credit like Easter egg, but I'm telling you about it now.
Yeah.
I would stick around.
He
Yeah,
can make
it's
some coffee.
maybe the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And then you can learn also how to make coffee.
Yeah.
It's Tony Sturzel, producer. Producer guy,
Big
official
dog,
title.
Big dog.
You may also have seen the news that there is a free weekend on PC for The Division this weekend. Look, a lot of you guys already play the game, I'm sure. That's how you know about the stream and that's why you are here. But if you aren't playing the game, you can play it for free on PC this weekend. And also, if you have friends that are like, oh, I don't know, maybe, you know?
I
You
got
guys-
some friends.
you
Get
got-
in there.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I struggle with the whole
Yeah,
friends
I
thing.
do. I have a couple.
It's not something I'm very
I'm
good at.
right here though, so.
There you go. We both have copies.
You ruined it.
Yeah, so I mean, actually, here's your job. Invite a friend to play on the weekend. I think that'd be cool.
It would be.
Yeah, I don't have friends either, Gunplay. It is a struggle.
I'll be your friend.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll be your friend.
You can group up with Terry
Yeah.
and carry him.
I'm all right.
Savage. But these guys are actually way better than me, so I shouldn't really say that. It's going to start today, actually, at 7 p.m. So
Wow.
in 2 hours, exactly.
Wow.
Sweet.
You can get on for free. And it'll go until Sunday at 10 p.m. So that's, you know,
Don't do math.
I'm not going to do math. And time zones, they do my head in. Anyway, Sunday 10 p.m. So whatever 5 hours from now on Sunday, whatever time that is for you. All right?
Work it out.
All right. You won't be able to play DLC content, so you will get the base game, you get all the Dark Zone, you get all that, and you'll get the current patch, which is 1.5. You won't get Survival or Underground, so there is that. Just so people are clear on those points. There will be no limits to what level you can reach. There's no limit to how much time you can play. Just that period. So
That's great.
Sweet.
so you can
Yeah.
you can get really stuck into it, which is awesome. It'll be available on Uplay and Steam, and you will keep your progress. So if you do jump in and you're like, I found all this awesome stuff, I really want to continue it, you can do that. So that's going to be really, really cool.
Kind of want to play for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Start
like,
over.
you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is naughty. Like, I can play. No, it's good.
Yeah.
A couple more things. Yes, Survival is coming on Tuesday to PlayStation. So
Woo!
yes, waiting sucks, but that's not going to have to be much longer.
Yeah.
Which is very, very cool. There will on Tuesday be a maintenance for PlayStation. So the servers won't come down if you're on Xbox or PC, which is really, really good. And yeah, you'll be getting survival. There's also a fix for the CE error that you've been receiving that's gone on Tuesday, is what I'm told. And also there is support for PS4 Pro. So we can tell you that now, which is fantastic. Cool. So PS4 Pro users, if you are fancy enough to own one of those things, I've got one here.
Dude, really?
Oh yeah.
Or is this a phone? Hey,
Hello?
want to play survival, Terry?
Yeah. Let's go.
What up?
Cool
All right,
phone,
let's
bro.
do it. Thanks. We're
I
going.
thought you were going to present that to me. No. Gift.
A gift
No,
to Red Storm?
it's me for another day. In fact, when I say another day, it's for Tuesday because we're going to be doing a nice big PS4 stream.
Nice.
And I'm excited to see how it looks on a PS4 Pro.
Yeah,
It'll
that'd be cool.
There was, and let's be as transparent as possible. We did accidentally. There were some issues with banning. Some people who were unintentionally banned. Those have been reversed. If you have been banned and you don't think it was legitimate, please contact support, which is support.ub.com, and they will sort you out. You guys want to group up on PlayStation? Let's do it. I need to be carried. I'm level 0 right now
You have some work.
on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Although survival, I can just jump straight in. I have to get the base of operations and then I can jump in. Hamish sucks on controller. I suck on a mouse and keyboard, but I'm even worse with a controller. So
Really?
You'll see some potatoes. Like it's gonna be really bad, but hopefully entertaining. I don't know. Maybe. In your opinion, what is the best build for someone who doesn't want to aim anything ever? Ballistic shields with maybe like, I mean, assume the closer I am, the easier it is. Like I snipe on PC, which I have fun with, but
I would take a different approach here.
no, I'm going to.
Yeah.
But what would you recommend? Or some kind of shotgun?
I
I
go
was thinking that.
either a shotgun build or an SMG build where your accuracy is a little bit better and just don't move
Okay.
too much.
Shotgun.
No, right.
Shotgun.
Shotgun with what? The Alpha Bridge shotgun? I haven't tried that out yet.
Yeah, I mean, getting all those talents.
That'd be kind of nice.
Everybody has Alpha Bridge, right? You have Alpha Bridge.
I have Alpha Bridge, and I'm running I'm trying to go. I of course have an assault rifle Alpha Bridge build,
Of course.
but a couple of other builds I'm trying out. I'm trying an Alpha Bridge sniper build, a damage sniper build, which I've getting closer to finishing out. But I also am trying. It's not really a thing, but like to run a support sniper with Sentry.
Nice. That's
And
cool.
kind of electronics heavy, not worrying about my damage, but trying to make my team
That's good.
as damaging as possible.
I think I'm the only person in the game that doesn't have a Predator's Mark set.
No,
am
I don't.
Still, really?
I just got mine.
Yeah?
A couple days
Yeah,
ago. Finished it out.
I have not
I
been
got to
so lucky.
recalibrate, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still hunting for that.
Yeah.
'Cause I love it.
All right. Maybe I'll try that on the old console. Anyway, we could speculate all day, but so it's awesome to have some Red Storm folks here because we don't get you guys over here enough. Well, one because it's a different continent and it's quite far away. You guys have been here for a few days, so the jet
Yeah.
lag I think
Yeah.
is worn off
Putting in work.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little
And
bit.
you've done this. You've been here a lot, so
This is true.
you're kind of used to it.
couple
Yeah.
trips.
Yep.
I imagine. How many times have you been over here now?
7.
This is 4 for me.
All right.
Yeah.
4 in a year.
Basically Swedish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tony, right? Because we're talking
Yeah.
about Tony. I think he's been here
13.
14, 15.
You should just get an apartment. I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
It's-
I
yeah.
understand. All right. So you guys, in talking about your past production with the divisions, especially, you've been focused largely on the Dark Zone and PvP.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's been it. What's that been like for you? When people sit down and say, well, I guess producers say, hey guys, we're in charge of the Dark Zone. Were you guys stoked about that, or because I know you guys have a PvP background, right?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, we play a lot of PvP.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of games with PvP. We focus on it. It's kind of part of the DNA
Yeah.
of Red Storm.
It's a very much a Red Storm thing.
So-
Right? So for people who don't know, what's the PvP cred for Red Storm that we should be looking at?
All the Ghost Recons. I mean, the Rainbow Six. I don't want to speak out of turn, right, since I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it goes back 20
you
years.
should just claim it, man.
In fact,
Dude.
You made it
20
yourself.
Years, 20 years. We wanted to give this to you, Hamish. This is
that's
this
cool.
is a Red Storm beer. We just
That's
celebrated our
awesome.
20-year anniversary, and so
GG.
Red Storm brewed a beer called the Red Stormer, and it's a red ale, and we'd like to put it on your shelf. So it's a part of us.
Oh,
It's
man.
always here with you on the set.
That's so cool.
Here you
Yeah.
go,
Can
man.
I mean, I told you before I don't drink, but I would never even intend that this should be drunk.
It's more of a memento.
Yes.
So.
I'm just going to put it here for now.
Thank you.
Sweet.
And then it's going to have like a spotlight, like a little shrine.
Yes.
I was thinking maybe.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Thank you. Not to
we'll,
distract from the conversation.
No,
but
it's fantastic. And
Yeah.
congratulations on 20 years you've run at Red Storm.
Thank you.
That
So,
is awesome.
we do like a lot of PvP.
Yes.
So being
Yeah,
put in
and-
charge of the Dark Zone was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that PvP background, I think, is what drew a lot of us to the studio that are there right now.
Nice. Well, again, it's kind of serendipitous that you happen to be here at a time when we can start. Obviously, we have the Elite Task Force. We
Yes.
have said that we're going to be focusing on PvP,
Yes.
which is something that we couldn't do in 1.4, like we had said for all of that time. But it's very exciting to be tackling that beast,
Yeah.
which it is. It is a beast.
It is.
If we have a bunch of people who are really, really hardcore into the PvP. Some people who, like myself, who aren't good at it but love it, but maybe struggle a bit with some of the things going on right now.
Yeah.
Where do you think what's kind of like the goal, right? So when you sit down, you're like, I want this player to feel this when 1.6 drops.
The goal, if it had to be like one sentence,
Yeah.
the fun that 1.4 and 1.5 brought back to PvE,
Yeah.
that's what we want to happen to
Yes.
PvP in 1.6.
Okay.
We
So like
want
especially, I mean, I guess the world tier was the big thing for 1.4 that changed. Well, I mean, it's not. I don't think it's too little to say change the game.
It did.
It changed the game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I really think that with that frame of mind, I mean, I really hope that we can have a similar thing for PvP. What would you say are some of the things that will be like focuses in terms like a bigger gameplay sense? What do you think's lacking?
Well, I think we wanted it to be more competitive in the first place. Right? We felt like there was a gap between mediocre players
Yeah.
and the elite players, and we wanted to close the gap a little bit.
Would you say the gear has a big impact on that? I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I feel like sometimes you can get into that situation where you go into the dark zone, and you'll have a gear score that's high. Like you'll be in the top ranked
You're
dark
feeling
zone,
good.
right? Like you're like, I've got good gear, and then someone comes along and you feel like you have no chance.
Yeah.
Well, how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I mean, the Dark Zone in general, there's the unpredictability to it, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of situational awareness that goes
Yeah.
into every encounter.
Let me preface this with I'm bad as well. Like this isn't that like I'm not blaming my tools. I'm also bad, but I feel like sometimes I'm like I shot that guy real good, you know?
Right.
And I feel like I did a good engagement. I'm playing well, and sometimes I feel like I have no chance because that's like Wids or something. Like that guy, come on, man.
Yeah, I think, for me, and I think you'd probably agree with this, Terry, it's just...
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe I disagree. Why don't you go on, though?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Basically see, in that moment where, you felt like you got good shots on him and the engagement kicked off at the same moment,
Yeah.
making it end in a way where you feel like you stood a fighting chance, right? Like, even if you don't win every engagement, you feel like you're in it, right? And right now, sometimes we have the huge runaways, and that's that's one of the things we'd like to focus on.
Nice. When you guys PvP, and you talked about that you don't have a Predator's Mark set yet. What are you looking for? Because you PvP quite a bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your strategy there?
Well, I mean, it depends. If I have a group that I'm playing with, right? When we roll with people from Red Storm, I'm definitely trying to support as much as possible.
Okay.
I tend to play a support role. When
All
I'm
right.
playing by myself, right now I've been running Firecrest in the Dark Zone, which is probably not the most competitive,
It's pretty fun though.
but it's so fun.
Are you
That's
doing
the thing.
Are you doing airburst flame turret or flame turret something else?
Right now, I'm doing Flame Turret, and I'm rolling LVAOC as my main.
All right. So when you're running the flame turret, are you healing as well, or?
I'm healing as well. Yeah, I always take a heal into the Dark Zone. That's kind of my
People say,
mantra.
Jerk. You're that guy.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
He likes to play the support role. I like to play the jackass role.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
And okay, when you say jackass, what do you mean?
Talk I like to be a jerk. Like, I don't,
Wait, do you mean like
No, it's
literally
true.
just yelling at people over VoIP, or
there's
gameplay wise?
Instigate.
No, instigate. There's
He's an
instigation,
instigator.
right? We do play with a couple of. I don't like to go in the D's by myself.
Yep.
Right. And mostly because it's easy to get melted, and so I like to go in a group because everything's cooler with your bros.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so there's a couple of us that like to be assholes and instigate and pretend to be friendly. You know, it's the tone of the Dark Zone that we like to play with. So I mean, not always. Sometimes I'm very respectful and I try to have
Wait,
conversations.
do you clap on corpses though?
No. We do not do that.
No, that's too far.
I'm sure I've seen you do
Yeah.
that before.
I've never done that.
No clapping, no jumping jacks. I might wave for help, you know, come help, and then shoot him. But you know, it's a lot of time in the D's.
Yeah.
Saya 1988, we've been talking about this week, the level 34 mods. I'm still investigating that for you. I actually do have people on that right now. So I promise I haven't forgotten. We have, obviously, like we mentioned before, the ETF. We've done that here before, and it was very, very short notice, and it was awesome. And I think it's important to stress that it wasn't. It can kind of feel like it because it is a really, really cool event, but it's not a competition, and it's not for fun. Like, fun's the worst.
No.
Yeah.
Fun's terrible.
It's work.
No, but it's a way for us to make the game better, first and foremost. And the best way for us to do that is to bring people in who can help us with that. I
Yes,
mean,
absolutely.
I say we, not just in the developer sense, but in the community sense.
Yeah.
Because it's our game.
Yes.
It's not just
Yes.
ours.
Yep.
It would be problematic if we owned it completely and just in a dictatorial fashion said this is what you get.
Yeah. We don't want to make
But
it
I
in a
mean, to be
vacuum.
fair, it would be also a bit of a mess if it was completely community designed too, because, you know,
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
Some spider webs.
right.
Yeah.
It's a
So,
complex game.
It's a complex game, and while there are great suggestions, just by the law of averages, there are some pretty bad ones
There are.
from me. I've come up with some terrible ideas.
I've probably had a few.
Yeah.
No.
It's hard.
Keith,
It's
come
hard.
on.
So it's good. More bad jokes. Get to the point. All right.
Oh wow.
Here's the point. The point is, thank you for applying. We had a bunch of people who applied to the ETFs. We will be contacting you in the very near future. And to reiterate, this isn't a competition. We won't be announcing winners. We will be contacting people privately, and it's up to them if they want to, publicize that or keep that to themselves. But that's on the people that we talk to. All right. Yes, for the people who are just tuning in now, they're like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to take a second to just introduce yourselves again?
Sure.
Because
Go
I
ahead,
think
Keith.
that's important. I hope to have you back, but
Yeah,
let's
Yeah.
just say
absolutely.
that doesn't happen.
I'm Keith Evans, lead designer on the division at Redstorm.
Terry Spear, creative director on the division at Redstorm.
Nice.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, no, it's perfect timing. As I said, with 1.6, which is on the horizon, and with our focus on the next beast that we tackle, like I said before, being PvP, we definitely need you here. So there is one thing that we wanted to talk about, and I'm very, very excited to talk about it. But I feel like if I say it, then it's kind of taking the I'm kind of like stealing your thunder, because you guys are working on something very, very cool that I've been excited about for a very long time.
Yes.
Okay. You
For
want
the
us-
Dark Zone,
Yeah, you want us to say
I
it?
think, yeah, I think
Okay.
it's better,
All
and
right.
it's that one there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Take
Go
it.
ahead, Keith.
Whoa,
Nope.
I feel like such an honor.
Keith, go ahead.
You're going to interrupt me.
No,
right?
I'm not. Go ahead.
We're adding Dark Zone leaderboards for 1.6. So
Yes.
we're super psyched about it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Dark Zone leaderboards for a second, because that is, it's so cool.
Yeah, and they're
Yes.
not just your average leaderboards.
No, not at all.
No, so I really, really want to show you in the near future exactly how those will work. We can talk about it a bit. So that's, it's going to be very, very cool. Okay, so run me through this. Like, this isn't something where, you go to a website and you see your ranking. There's a lot more to it.
There's a
Yeah.
lot more.
So I go into, or I head in towards the Dark Zone, right?
Yep.
I look up, and there's a leaderboard. right? Explain to the player what they can kind of expect
Break it down, Keith.
from that. Break it down.
So when you, like you said, you enter a checkpoint and kind of across from the DZ vendor, up on the wall there's a new AR. And as you approach it, it's just going to kind of expand out and give you information on what is currently being tracked on Dark Zone leaderboards.
Okay, when you say currently, so those are going to be dynamic over time.
Yeah, so they
All right.
run on a schedule, and they'll just be kind of this constantly updating thing that you can engage with inside the Dark Zone.
Yeah.
And so they're things that players do right now as part of their loops, and we can kind of change them up and give a different flavor.
So for example, what are some of the things that we might be tracking?
So, simple ones like extracted items, named kills, supply drop,
Yep.
claimed, we got
Killing rogues.
killing rogues, ending manhunts, we got, looting Dark Zone chests.
Yeah.
So all sorts of, pretty much anything you can do in the Dark Zone.
We can track those things.
Yes.
And I'd be interested to see, because I'm sure the community would come up with like crazy things to track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day. I don't know if cutting the rope is a great thing to track. It would be interesting.
Oh, we got
but
the tracking
maybe
hook.
Yeah.
maybe rage inducing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that we've, it's in there, it's accessible, but
Yeah.
Well, we got to think about these things.
We have to
right?
think about it.
So there's a lot of things in there.
It was important that the leaderboards, the Dark Zone leaderboards, reinforce positive behavior.
Yep.
Right.
I
And
think
so,
it's an important thing to note for sure.
That it, as Keith said, they're all part of the existing loops that people already do in the Dark Zone, and we wanted to give an opportunity to reinforce certain things or emphasize certain things. Like if we find that there's been a lot of rogue activity, cool. Let's let people track killed rogues and send that up on the leaderboards and allow people to get extra rewards for doing
Yes.
that.
We didn't mention that. So there are rewards
Yes.
There are.
for
There
your
are.
performance on these leaderboards.
Correct.
All right. How do those rewards work? Like, how would I find out what rewards I'm eligible for and that sort of thing?
So it's part of that AR, right? Like, so
Yeah.
as you come in the first time, right at the start of a new leaderboard period, and there's weekly and monthly ones running like concurrently, so there's lots of stuff to engage with. You can see if you've placed in a reward tier yet, right?
Okay.
And so you can kind of check out the leaderboard, see how far away you are score-wise from all your tracked actions to get your first reward. But once you get that, you want to like maintain it and boost yourself up to different reward tiers.
Okay.
And then you cash them in at the end of the week and the month.
So those get sent to your rewards claim vendor, and you can pick them up. And
Yeah, you can pick them up, once you log back in.
Dude, you got it.
Dude, I know. It's like
You did it.
I pretend like I know everything. I know everything, guys. Apparently, that's a thing.
And Keith touched on something real quickly.
Yeah.
There's weekly and monthly,
Yeah.
right? That's a distinction. So there's kind of weekly activities that are going to be tracked, and then a longer term. And after that time period, both of those boards reset with new activities.
Are there any things that'll be static completely forever?
Like an all-time sort of
Like,
thing.
are there any things we're tracking all the time, just for my interest?
We're not doing it right now, kind of
Okay.
keeping it kind of this fresh
I
reset
think the fresh
approach.
thing's really important, but it's
Fresh.
Yeah,
fresh.
keeping it fresh.
It's nice.
Very good, creme fresh.
Will it be retroactive? Is one of the questions I see in here.
That's a good question.
It's not retroactive, and partially that's because of the schedule approach.
Yeah,
Because at the
yeah,
end
yeah.
of each of these, it'll be a hard reset where the whole community is kind of back competing at the same level.
Yeah, I see that I'm now referred to as Hamish the Omniscient.
Well
It's,
done. You should keep that.
It's accurate. I'm going to ask if I can change my job title. So it's like producer, designer, omniscient.
Omniscient.
Sweet.
We can do
cool.
that, right? What kind of rewards? That's an interesting one.
Great question.
Cootie Miles is saying. So you get caches.
Yeah, but they're new caches.
New caches. Maybe we don't want to spoil what's inside those then.
I don't think we want to spoil, what would be inside of them. But the basic idea is that what you're getting out of them scales based on your reward tier, right?
Cool.
So you're getting more out the better you do.
Fantastic.
Yep.
No, that's really cool. And this is part of 1.6, so people will experience that later
Yes.
on.
Yes,
We're going to be
absolutely.
talking more about 1.6 in the future, and this is by no means the only thing that's
No.
coming on 1.6.
There's a lot.
You can expect a lot more, but I thought it'd be really cool to talk about the leaderboards because that's just one of the cool things.
Yeah,
We've been working on it for a while, so I'm happy to get to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I thought someone was breaking into the room. Like, we're going to get robbed.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. There is a couple of other things before we run off. What I have set up is a way for you guys, and please do not abuse this, because now I realize this is going to be a really bad thing if people just jump on that train. One of the things that we want to do on the State of the Game is celebrate the awesome things that our community are creating. So you guys are crazy on YouTube. We have awesome cosplayers. We have fan artists, and it's you guys create awesome stuff all the time. And I want to show that off where it's appropriate. Obviously, we're not going to come up when the shit hits the fan and be like, hey, these things are broken, and check out this cosplay.
Check it out.
Right? That's not something we want to do. But when we have cool things to show and it's the right time, we will be doing that. So you can email stateofthegame@massive.se. Look at that.
Whoa. Nice.
You can email me there. Do not send nudes, please.
You just made it happen.
No, the thing is, if it happens, I'm going to have to take it away, and that's why we can't do nice things. All right? So I want to believe the best of you people. So please help me out. Let's all email dick pics. No.
I saw that.
Nude Lana, please.
No dick pics.
No, but like I'd love to get some highlights and stuff, and awesome fan art's always really, really cool.
Yeah,
If you're creating fan art, why not fraps it and show us like a time lapse of how you make those things?
Yeah.
Pretty inspiring to see it. Too.
Oh, I think it's cool for us, and hopefully we can show you guys some really, really cool things that you might not see otherwise.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's great.
Do not. But the thing is, you can say do not troll, but the internet is the internet. So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Have
regret.
fun.
I'm gonna regret
Have fun
that.
with that. Have fun with that.
I'm gonna regret this. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong, please. Anything that you guys want to chat about before we head off and show the infamous coffee video?
Well, yeah. You know, I think it's important that people know that, as we said, 1.6 it's about PvP.
Yeah.
Right. And I hear a lot. We do spend time on places where the community dwells, Reddit and things like that. We read posts. We know. We get how people feel about the PvP. Division, right? We understand.
Yeah.
And our intent is to make it awesome.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
I
right.
hear a lot about fix the PvP, and like, that's our plan. That's the plan.
Yes.
So
It's legit the plan.
it is legit.
It's going to be really great to so you guys know that we've had the ETF applications open, and we've been looking through the players and their stats. There are some crazy PvPers in there.
Yeah,
dude.
Yannick was showing me earlier. There's a guy who's spent 99% of his time in the dark zone.
Blows
like,
my
I'm-
mind.
Amazing.
Like
That's
a-
amazing. So cool.
Like I kid you not.
Yeah. Like I love those people. I love
Yes,
them.
it's great. And so again, if you weren't here when Terry was talking about it, we really want to make sure that 1.6 does for PvP what 1.4 did for PvE. And that's a really simplified way of putting it. Obviously, it's more complex than that. We don't have a button where it's like replicate for PvP. That's not
That'd
how
be a cool job.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Like if that's all you had,
wish I had-
to do to work.
I wish I had all those buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The dream. One day.
Yeah.
One day we'll get that. We're going to head off in just a second. Thanks again, guys.
Yeah, man. Thanks
you.
so much for having us.
Coming here.
That was
And
awesome.
thank you for the 20th anniversary beer. That's very
Yes.
cool. But just so you guys know, you can consider this done. If you want to leave, you're more than welcome to, but I urge you to stick around for maybe the best video you may ever see. It's if you don't know how to make coffee, Tony Sturzel, producer from Redstorm, is going to show you how. And with that, we say goodbye. And also, we're festive tonight. I don't think we referenced that I hung up some pretty lights. Did we say
Happy
that?
holidays.
Happy holidays. I even
Happy
put happy
holidays.
holidays in the bottom. So,
Yes.
thank you everyone for hanging out today.
Thanks a lot.
Be excited about the future of PvP. Let us know what you think about the idea of Dark, not the idea, but the Dark Zone leaderboards that you can expect. Because we definitely want to hear what you think about it.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. We'll talk to you guys very soon. All right. Learn how to make coffee. See you later.
All right.
PS2 version is a pre
Step one to making new coffee is to take off the lid or just leave it on and remove the pump. Pour out the excess coffee. Next, remove the filter basket from UNCUT, and you'll see an old filter with coffee. Throw that out. Take the filter basket and get a new filter from the filter bin full of filters and get a filter out. Put the filter inside the basket. And then you take the entire assembly to the grinding machine, which is over here. Now that you have your filter basket ready for precision grinder, put the filter basket in the precision grinder claws like this. Make sure you choose left or right with this switch here. We want 3 moon Peru, and then we press precision grinder start. When precision grinder is done, remove the filter basket from the claws and you have freshly ground coffee. Go back to the UNCUT and put the filter basket in the notches that hold it. Then you want to be sure that you put your carafe under the filter basket so that it fits in the bottom and the hole is lined up with the hole. Press the power button on the UNCUT and hit brew start. Remove the carafe full of coffee and reinstall the pump. And after all that, you get to enjoy some fresh brewed coffee. Thanks, UNCUT.